the sort of stuff around rap.
I actually don't feel underrated. I go with what the people say are feeling me underrated, or that I get called underrated a lot.
So it's not something that you would claim for yourself.
When you have a different idea in your brain, let's say, like you're a journalist, right?
Yeah.
You know fine journalism, you know mediocre journalism, and you know broad journalism, then you know mass journalism. Then you know sometimes there's some journalists that's special that might not get the look because all the people don't understand it, right? For me to be, I would say, I don't have the kind of delivery and the content that goes to the mass world. That should be for the mass world. Just being honest, like,
yeah.
I don't deliver that kind of content where I should be held on a high pedestal commercial-wise. At least I don't think so. To be absolutely honest with you, you know what I'm saying? My content is too different. Like, so to expect the average 8 to 10 people or 7 to 10 people to be able to be relatable to that would be unrealistic of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm respected by all the greats and my peers and the greats, and I work with everybody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you know that, like, all right, I'm going to say this shit, and he might catch on, he might catch on, he might catch on, but the other 7, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you get the you get the feeling of it's the people, you know, that feel that you're underrated. Yo, you're underrated, you're underrated. Nah, I think when I'm delivering, everybody's antennas is not up to catch that, because that's not what I'm delivering. It's not for everybody.
Definitely.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Then sometimes you feel, you know, people always appreciate people more when they're dead. You know what I'm saying? And to be appreciated at all when you're alive and recognized, you feel great, because I'd rather have an army of 10 that's real than a fake 100. Like, you understand? I just going out with whatever's out, and it's going to follow the masses, because nowadays you don't have fans like we had in the hip hop we grew up in.
Right.
Like, you would tell somebody proudly, yo, I love Tribe Called Quest, but I love KRS. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love NWA. Not the kids nowadays, they be like, yeah, I loved Kanye, but then Drake came out, he was cool. Oh, now I love Waka. But now they don't love Drake and Kanye because they love Waka.
They pick a team.
And that's it. Instead of picking a culture, we pick the culture. And we pick the way of life. And hip hop is religion for a lot of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas to now, let's pick a team. Like, you can almost gauge, if you ask the average kid, you know he's going to say, you made back Good Life, YMCMB. As to where our generation, they had a whole batch of people that would have went with that, then there was a whole batch who would have said, nah, I can't fuck with that at all. I just could listen to Talib, Kendrick, and Currency. I can't listen to that at all. It's not so much like that anymore. So, it's, you know, you got to understand what you're dealing with.
Yeah. I said one more thing, and then maybe get you to do 1 or 2 more notes if you don't mind. That song Rulebook that you did.
Which one?
Rulebook. You say just want to live like a Huxtable, and it really caught my ear because I talked to Skyzoo not long ago.
Yeah.
You know, Skyzoo's obsessed with the Cosby Show, and I talked to him a bunch about the influence of the Cosby Show on folks who saw it on TV in the 80s and 90s. And I was just wondering, maybe if you could talk that a little bit, like if you remember watching the show, maybe how it influenced you, what you thought of it at the time.
I remember watching the show, and I remember it. I think it's played, you know, not just lyrically, like life-wise. I think it's played. It made a big impact. Because I think for a lot of people, you know, they might not know that the average black family wants to strive to be the Huxtables. Even the ones who's in the James Evans situations thinks about being the Huxtables or George Jefferson. That, like, before the Huxtables, it was George Jefferson for me. Because I always wanted to say, hey, I want to live around rich people, live rich, but be myself. And although the Huxtables wasn't didn't see a lot of the Huxtables coming up, but it planted a seed in their head that, hey, I could actually do this shit. Like, I could actually do this. And I think what a lot of people forget is that everyone, even no matter where you're from, if you're a gangster, you're from the streets, like, even my friends who I would say who are still on the streets, who I've came up with in my time, none of the kids are on the streets. All of the kids are nerds, backpackers, skaters, straight A students, uppity kids. Like you understand what I'm saying? Everybody strive for a different life, which that's cool. Like, which you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this was what I think that the average gangster wasn't able to express. Like, yeah, we're gangsters, but we want to be Bill Cosby. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to work a legit job, have a good wife, kids, nice place to live, 2 vehicles, relaxing, everything's, you know, fine, because that's their dream. Like, even gangsters want to live the American dream. Even if it sounds far-fetched, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's really the truth. Everything, I think, from nowadays, from the streets to the non-streets, to hip-hop, to what everybody wants to live the American dream. Everybody wants their kids to be straight and cool and hold their head high and not be involved in the streets. I don't know one gangster who wants his kids on the streets, like, that thinks that shit is cute. You know, you don't want that. You want something different. So I think the Huxtables planted a seed in our mind as to where it was something different.